Hi guys, this is Wally Klein here, and I'm gonna do a little sales video, a little training, if you will. For some of you, I'm gonna assume that you know absolutely nothing about anything to do with online marketing. Okay, and what I would like to talk to today is some of what I call the um, foot in the door strategies that we have used in the past. Now, I'm going to record a separate video on our main product line as training. And that's really where the money is. So I want you to keep in the back of your head that while these are all great and wonderful services that we can offer our customers and wonderful foot in the door strategies, they are not primary money makers. They're exactly what they are meant to be, which is to start a relationship, build a relationship, show the customer that we can do something small to start with to help them, and then grow that from there. Now, I'm not saying that you can't make money doing this, but since the price points are so much lower, the idea here is really to build a relationship, build some trust, and to build a relationship with them. Um, that caveat having being said, I would still focus towards our main product line, which is generating phone calls for customers. You can do introductory pricing. We do allow that, and so for those of you that are know kind of our criteria, we like to usually charge about 1,000 a month. I have done, and we do $500 a month for the first couple of months. I would not run any longer than that at that price structure because it's kind of an introductory price. But it is a nice way to knock it down and remove a little bit of the risk because $1,000 for some businesses can, it's a little more thought involved. 500 is a very sweet spot for almost any business. Almost any small business can afford $500. That's what we've found. So makes it really easy for you to introduce the pricing. And remember, when they upgrade to the 1,000, you also get that. I also want to mention something else here at the beginning of this video. I'm really kind of excited. I've been talking to my accountant. He thinks I'm nuts, but I have an offer that I'm going to be putting on the table for you guys for the last quarter of the year, but it's going to be retroactive all the way to now. Okay, so I'm really kind of excited about it. I don't want to spill the beans too much, and I still need to get a few things worked out. But you guys are going to be really excited about it. I think it's going to really motivate you to sell, and it's gonna really help you. Okay, it's really we want to get you up to speed and making money as fast as possible. So, um, having said that, let me get into some of the things that we do here to help us build a lead list or generate lead list or build relationships with a lot of businesses in a short period of time. Okay, and you can use these techniques to help your other sales too. We're not opposed as long as they don't conflict with online marketing. Having these services available will help you build relationships, so you might be able to leverage this in a couple different ways. Okay, and we're not opposed to that. We want you to make money. All right. Um, Let me just start off with one of the things that we've been doing recently. Seems to be working out really well is building a local directory. All right. So we build a local directory. It takes us about a week or two to do it. Okay, to actually build it. Um, the main focus in our directory is the business directory. Okay, we have built into our software the ability to populate these very quickly. This is one of the things that most directories don't do well is they don't populate very quickly. They often start off small and take some months and years to grow. Okay, we can actually move this thing quite along very fast as far as population. We can populate this thing in a matter of a few days with tens of thousands of businesses if you want to. I wouldn't recommend doing that. Everybody gets a free listing, which is a great way to make an offer. The idea here, though, is to contact these businesses. To not just load up the business directory, but to actually contact them and have the time to do that. I have seen reps outsource this to maybe a college student or turn off my phone a college student or someone who wants to make a few extra dollars, anybody like that, and that seems to work out really well also. So I want you to keep that kind of in the back of your head, especially as we go through some of the pricing points and stuff like that. So services, we do promote some of our services. Um, Web design is one of them. We don't do a lot of web design. I mean, we do it, but it can be a pain. GM, Google My Business SEO services, we do logo design. Another one that's kind of a pain that we don't, really. Reputation marketing and advertising. So those are just some of the things. I'm going to add a few more and change some of these up. This is an older directory that we started more as a sample than anything else. The pricing is here, I think. I don't know. We don't have the pricing in there. The local events is here. Oh, there's the pricing. So we have a free listing in this situation, which they can fill out. And then we have a $10 premium listing as a promotion here. Just kind of did this as a one-off. I would not suggest you use this price point at $10. We have been selling this at $29 per year all day long. Okay. You can normally charge $49 per year and get away with that very easily. $50 is nothing for a business for a premium listing. The advantage of a premium listing is pretty much listed right here. Do a little side-by-side comparison. They can get their company name, business description, address, and phone number as a free listing. But when we give them the premium listing, then they can get a phone, a website, email, company logo, video, slideshow, business hours. We can connect it to their Google Maps. We can respond to reviews. They get a premium badge and top of search results. Okay, so that's some of the things that is an advantage to them. And for $50, that's really cheap for a whole year. Okay, now you can change your pricing next year as the website grows. So and by the way, these prices can be set by you. You just tell us what you want here, and we'll sell it to you all day long. The other type of way you can make money is advertisers. We do have let me see if I can bring up a local page. Well, if I can't here, I'll. Okay, advertisers get to promote their business by putting up these types of display ads. Again, this is a sample here, $300 per ad space for 30 days. So you can run this for 60-day groups or quarter groups, or you can charge them $300 for 90 days or whatever you want. Okay, so again, it's just another added feature. And what does that look like? What does that advertising look like? Let me go to a newer site that I haven't quite finished. Listings. So this is kind of a listing page, straight up listing page. And let me go to one of these plumbers. You can see we were playing around with plumbers. Okay, and when you look at a listing page, what it has is, this is Smalley Plumbing in Rochester, free listing, 5 out of 5 reviews, This is a map of where they're located. See these boxes here, add to, add title. This is where the advertisers can show up. On every listing page, they can be there. Okay, or you can give them a number of pages. You can give them 100 pages for $300 for 2 months, whatever you guys want to do. Don't make it too complicated, because then it gets to be really hard to manage when you get into these, all these variation in pricing, So I would keep it really simple, charge them $197. That's what we've been doing. Give them a month's time or 2 months time. We like to give them 2 months because the adds up for a little while longer, and that gives us six spots to sell. And then give it $197 for 2 months, and let them run on all the pages. Don't worry about the numbers. Just run it for 2 months. Okay. We do track these, by the way. There are analytics behind this, so we can tell them how many clicks they got on their ads, how many calls they got off their ads, if they put call tracking on there. So we can do a lot of things with that to help them see what their ads did. Okay, so that you can cost justify them later on. Again, events, home, about us, and then some of the services. These directories, by the way, there's one section I left out of here. We got to add to this one. I don't know if I put it in the Arizona one. Let's go to the home here and see if I got it here on this one. Yeah, so here I'm kind of advertising the deals in this section, which I can do. Um, we were thinking about doing a mailer, but that's just an example. Oh, featured listings, right. So you can also sell, besides the ads and the premium listings, you can also sell what we call featured listings. And these listings are a little more enhanced. They get kind of are on the main page. You can sell them in blocks of, four or six or eight or 10 or whatever you want. I mean, it gets a little busy when you get too many, but start with a block of four featured listings. Okay, um, give them away for someone who's going to do, maybe an advertising, or sell this on your own. Now we have sold this. We have sold featured listings for a couple $100 for a month. Okay, so it's another avenue where you can. I mean, the going rate for something like this would be like $4.95, depending on the traffic on the website. Now in the beginning, obviously, you're not going to have as much traffic, so you cut the price down a little bit. So, charge them $100 for four featured listings. That's $400 a month in our pockets, $200 a month to you just for doing that. Okay, so you can see that you can make on average these sites are going to make about a couple. They're going to put about $2,000 in your pocket, $4,000 generated revenue after about 4 or 5 months of working them. Okay, now the nice thing is that you get you get to access all the companies that come on board. Okay, so when a company goes in and submits a new listing, just show this to you. When they come in here and they fill this out, and they will, okay, because we'll be contacting them. We also can pre-populate. What we usually do is, instead of loading up all the companies in the area, like all the plumbers, what we do is we usually, let's say there's 50 or 60 plumbers or whatever. We'll take the top 10 and load them, and then the other 40, okay, we'll provide you as a list if you want, and then you can contact them and say, listen, you can contact the top 10 and say, hey, listen, just would you, you're listed on our new directory, whatever it is, best in town directory, Rochester, or best in town directory, Rochester, New York, whatever you want to call it. We like to use best in town because it kind of keeps the brand moving. Um, and then what you can do when they register here, okay, with all this information and they hit register, that information actually can go right to your email address or to an email address or to a couple email addresses. So what's nice about that is if you do have, say, an outsourced person who's working this, when someone registers, you've got their username, their email, and their password, and they got their name and their password and their company name, and their email, and then what you can do is contact them and say, hey, thanks for signing up to Arizona Deals. We'd like to talk to you more about our, opportunities or whatever. You just, I'll give you some email scripts if you want them, but we just send out a really simple thank you or verify your listing, or if we've pre-populated it, we ask them to verify. If they're registering, then we thank them for registering, and then we follow up. Okay, and we can follow up with a series of emails. We try to do it in a way that doesn't bug them, though. Too many businesses have complained that they've gotten bugged by spammy emails. So we don't want to do that. We don't want to look that way. We don't want to play that game. I have found a combination of emailing and phone calling, especially from, say, a college kid or something, and you keep it really simple. Hey, listen, thanks for signing up for our directory. Welcome aboard. If you'd like to know anything else about, maybe you can offer a free report, or I'll show you some other things that we use as in the door kick, in the foot in the door strategies, and you can offer a free report or a free analysis or a free evaluation, or whatever, or just say, hey, listen, if we notice anything that we can help you with, we'll drop you an email. Just look for our emails, and we'll give you some tips on how to improve your online marketing, whatever. We have racks and racks of digital assets that we can send them if they are interested, or reports that they can get sent if they want to. So this is the directory. Works really good. Like I just loaded up a bunch of plumbers here in Rochester, and we're going to start marketing to them. Okay, I can do that with this listing here. New listings is all the new listings. So if I do plumbers, I like to load this up a little bit, show them their competition, if you will, and then contact them and say, hey, listen, uh, how would you like to sign up to our free directory? That basically what you're doing is inviting them to sign up for free, and you're really just starting. You really just want to start a relationship or start building a relationship. Get to know who they are. Check them out. Maybe do a little research. Do they have any social media? Is their site this? You know, you kind of have to target them a little bit. The idea here isn't so much you can contact tons of volumes of people, but it's not just volume; it's also the quality. The kind of company you're looking for. All right. Some of this you just want them to sign up for the directory. Like if you hit florist and they're not in our prime candidate section, just have them sign up for the directory and make a few bucks off them and leave it at that. Don't they're not in our niche that we're going after, if you will. All right, if that makes any sense. All right, I want to show you a couple other services that we've offered in the past that worked out really well. Um, one of there's really three primary ones, and I'll rattle them off, but I'll kind of show you what that means. So one of them is what we call security. All right, Google came out with last year a security warning, and basically what's going to happen is any site that is not HTTPS, which has an SSL certificate. I don't want to get too technical, okay? But if they don't have an SSL certificate and their site is not secure, anytime someone does a search and their site comes up, or someone goes to their site, Google is going to basically put out a heading out there that says your site's not secure. Let me see if I can show you that. Let's do this. Since we're talking about plumbers in Rochester, let's see if I can find a few. Rochester. Sure. Okay, so here's some plumbers in Rochester. Now, what I'm looking for is, okay, see this Gotti Plumbing? He has an HTTPS site right there. It says HTTPS. Okay, again, HTTPS, HTTPS. Hey guys, are you noticing anything? The top sites that are listed here are all HTTPS. Okay, why do you think that is? Because Google is showing secure sites and penalizing companies that are not secure. Okay, now let's see if we can find one. We may not be able to find one. So the whole first page is all secure sites, right? Okay, so let's go to page 6. Let's try to find one here. I'm going to tell you, it's going to get harder and harder for these guys if they don't. Okay, so this Valenti Plumbing right here. All right, let's just pull this website up real quick. Okay, this is a www. It's an old style site. Now he's got a nice site. Okay, Valenti Plumbing, Expert Plumbing in Rochester, blah blah blah, YQS, certified guarantees, blah 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 blah. All that. He's got this is a fairly modern site, so he spent some money on this site. But here's what, guys, he's not HTTPS certified. This site will never get past page 6. It might as well be buried in the Grand Canyon somewhere. You're never going to find it. It's never going to become visible. It doesn't meet Google's requirement. And if you notice here, look at this right here, not secure. This is a non-secure site. People don't want to do business with non-secure sites. They look at this and they go, oh, not secure. Oh, gee, I better get off this thing. I don't know. This might be spammy or, going to wreck my computer or something. So anyway, so I want you to see that. So any site that does not have an HTTPS is basically in violation of Google's new standard of security, and they will list it as a not secure site. So we offer a service. It's a really simple service. This explains about why they should be doing this, and if they're not secure. Right here it shows a warning: eventual treatment of all HTTP pages in Chrome, not secure, and then an example of your website. So you just saw that. I just pulled it up on that site. They're easy to find. If you go to page 6, page 7, um, and then this is what is about it. Okay, are you waiting for security? Only 249 today. Save $50. Okay, now again, we can sell these security certificates and help them secure their site for a one-time fee of $249. Okay, I could do this for $149. I could do this for I could probably do it. Well, I can't do it for $49. Certificate costs us some money. All right, sorry. There's a cost of certificate, so there is a little cost here. But what I'm saying is we can play around with this pricing a little bit, and knock it down to 199 or something like that. I wouldn't go any lower than that. But this again is a really simple service to sell. $199. You make $100, we make $100, everybody's happy. Okay, sell it all day long if you want. The hard part is, again, you got to go find the non-SSL HTTP sites, so you have to go dig it into Google a little bit. We did. There were some scrapers out there. There is a way to find it, and I will send it to you. I haven't done this in a while myself, but you can actually type in a code in Google that says you're looking for all the non-secure sites under Plumber and Rochester, and it'll pull them all up for you. So anyway, so that's this. I will give you this website too. This is our website, which is imsslsecurity.com. This is the not previous company, but Internet Marketing for Business was the original company from Best in Town, and it still exists. It's still a functioning LLC. So we kind of keep that as our, because that's a company that started in 2009. So it's still around. We still keep it. It's good for, a lot of our customers that still use us. So we didn't see any reason to get rid of it. We just, wanted to rebrand ourselves. The other service that we use as kind of a kick in the door service is what we call Google Posting Service. Again, let's go back to our plumbers. Okay, and I'll show you this one. This is pretty easy to find also. And we need to get off page 6 because we need to get page 1. So let's go to page 1. So Google My Business listing is this 3-pack right here. We are very good at getting in here. Okay, so we will not do SEO services for plumbers in this venue if they're part of our niches, and the reason is we reserve that for ourselves, and you want to do that because you want to sell $1,000 a month calling program, not a $250 Google listing. If you go to more businesses, you're going to get a whole list of businesses. All right, and what I'm looking for, and they're usually not going to be in the top part, okay, is things like this. Well, first of all, a good sign is when you don't see a website. Well, they have a website, but you don't see directions. Okay, let me just pull this one up real quick and see what this one looks like. All right, suggest an edit. No, this guy has this. He's got some pictures in here, so he's not one. Here's one, no website. Okay, if you see no website, that's a really good indication they have not claimed this service. So let's pull him up. Suggest an edit. Nope, he's claimed the service. He just hasn't done anything with it. He has no website, which, okay. This is what you're looking for right here. This Cusack and Son Plumbing Incorporated. Suggest an edit. But see this where it says own this business? This means that this business owner has not claimed his listing at all. All right. He's on Google. He's on Google GMB, Google My Business, but he hasn't claimed this. He hasn't optimized it. He hasn't done anything with this. He may not even know it exists. I don't know. But this is an online property that Google basically gave him that he has not claimed. Okay. Now, can someone else claim this? Absolutely. Someone else can, and that has happened where people steal these listings. It's hard to do because Google has some pretty good security in place so that they confirm who the business owner is. But this is a service that we offer. So anyone who has this own this business question right here on any of their listings, they're prime candidates for our Google My Business Listing Service. Okay, and again, this is an IMG, IM Internet Marketing. Google My Business Post Service.com is this website. I'll send that to you also. But this just explains all about Google not claiming that Google My Business Listing and what we can do for them and why it's important and blah blah blah, all the important things. There's a little sales video here, and then done for your service. So we use the DFY shortcode, only $197 a month. Okay, now this can be sold as a monthly service. We have done one-offs, and one-offs are usually, hey, listen, we'll claim the business listing for you and optimize it for $100. Okay, that can be a one-off. All right. If you actually want us to promote your Google My Business a listing, which in this case I would not do for plumbers because that's one of our niches. But if it was a florist or a niche we're not going after or a niche we don't want to go after, then by all means, you can charge them $197 a month all day long. This is part of the recurring revenue. Now, the nice thing about this for you is falls under, even though it's a monthly amount, this would fall under your 50%. So, nice way to make $100 a month. Okay. Easy, simple. Okay, this is like I said, these are what we call introductory services or foot in the door services. Okay, I don't I don't want you to get crazy focused on selling these over the primary service. I want you to remember this. These are just to help you build relationships. You don't have to use them. If you have a group of customers who know you, like you, and trust you, then you don't necessarily need these. Okay, but if you want to form some relationships or you want to build some credibility, even with those existing customers, these are some of the services that you can offer them that are low cost, foot in the door, don't cost them a lot of money, and we can do a good job for them, and it builds you up as an expert. Okay, that you know what you're talking about, you know what you're doing basically. Now another one this is the last of the top three that I use. This one, we don't actually have a website up for it, but when you're looking at maybe a target customer, let's go back to our plumbers, right? So let's say, now he doesn't have a website, but let's go back to that Pink Rose Home Service. Now, I'm just curious here. I gotta see what their website. Expert Carpentry. Now, why is Pink Rose? Oh, plumbing services. Okay, so this guy looks like a handyman that's in the plumbing section. Okay, kind of interesting. So this is a handyman service. Kind of fell into the plumbing section. All right, I just had to find out about it. Now, HTTPS got security, but let's take a look at Pink Rose. I just think it's a weird name for a plumber. Anyways, so I can take anybody's website, go to this search google.com/test/mobile-friendly. I'll send this URL to you also. So you're going to get a bunch of URLs sent over to you. And what I can do is just plop his website into this search bar and then test the URL. And what this is going to do is this is going to analyze his website to see if it's mobile friendly or not. Now, if it's not mobile friendly, we can fix it. If it is mobile friendly, then we don't need to fix it. So, that's basically all this does is tell me whether he's mobile friendly or not. I'm just curious to see. So this page is mobile friendly. It comes up like this. It gives you kind of a sample of what it looks like. You guys can take a screenshot of this. If you don't know how to do that, we can show you how to do that. I have a software that I use that does screen captures. If you went into Google and type in free screen capture programs, there's all kinds of them out there. I just happen to use this one. But you can capture this page, and if it says not mobile friendly, send it off to him and show him what his website looks like on a mobile device here. Okay, so let's go find one that isn't Is it mobile friendly? Uh, Here we go. Back to Rochester. Okay. Um, these guys are all top of the list, so probably not want to pick on them. But let's try this guy right here. He's number 5 or 6. All right. Fairly modern looking website. Um, Long code there. That's a little different. Let's go see what his got security HTTPS. So they got that right. Let's see what he looks like under a mobile friendly test. By the way, I would have an intern or a college student or a high school student or somebody looking for a little part-time job or a little extra money. You can even set it up where, hey, listen, every time I get a deal, I give you $10 or something. Whatever works for you. Let's do this because it's an easy job for a high school kid or a college kid. They get to sit on a computer and play all day, so they're used to that anyways. Most of them. So, um, if you're looking for help in that area, you can go to sites like Fiverr or Upwork and actually hire, you know, outsourcers, if you will, if you wanted to hire somebody. But he's mobile friendly. All right, I'm not doing too good on picking the not mobile friendly ones. Let's see. Let's go down the page a ways to some of these other guys. There's a lot of guys here with no website. That's I know, Leon. Let's Taylor Heating. Let's see what his website looks like. Usually, I can tell by the he's got a fairly modern website, and he's got HTTPS. I'm gonna bet just by the way that he's got this with the chat box coming up, I'll bet you this is mobile friendly. Okay, you want to end it? Yeah. He's got some money invested in this site, and that chat tells me that he's really interested in. He's got a nice site, by the way. Uh, okay, yeah. See, he's put some money into this. He even got some coupons. Oh man, I'll tell you, you see a website with coupons, get them on our directory. Oh my God, they will. You can put these coupons on the directory, this coupon page, or take pictures of it, or we'll do it for you. You just tell us, and we'll put them up. You don't have to do anything. It's got all his membership stuff. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you this has got to be mobile friendly. Well, what? Let's just test it out, just for the fun of it. But I'm gonna bet you it's a mobile friendly site just by the amount of money he put into this thing. But yeah, if you ever see a site with coupons in it or specials or great sites for our directory, they are all over those directories like a wet noodle. They just love that stuff. And we can put their coupons up. So he would be a prime candidate for a prime listing or even a featured listing. So remember, prime listings are just really enhanced, but they get all that stuff in there. Featured listings are even more. And then you got the advertising side, which is the advertisers and the featured listings, which are kind of advertising. Yeah, he is definitely mobile friendly, so kind of figured he would be. So I'm looking for an old site. These guys have spent some money on keeping their sites updated, I guess. Let me restart this. Just want to take that back to the beginning. You can see here that I could whip through 10 or 15 sites pretty quickly in a very short period of time. Okay, let's go back. Let's try florists. This is a niche we're not really interested in as far as our main service. So you could sell all these other services to them all day long and not worry about it. Let's see what these florists look like. So we got a bunch of florists. Let's go to more places. Nice pictures. It's kind of weird. I don't see their websites being listed. Hmm. No reviews. That's not good. No reviews. 4.3. I don't think anybody's in the garbage can. Let's see if anybody is. 5.0. That's pretty good. 5.0. Usually florists have really good. Oh, that's Wegmans Florida. That's why. Usually florists have really good reviews. I have found very few that don't. And if they do, they shouldn't probably be in business. But Royal Orchard Floral and Gifts. Okay, here's somebody. Definitely, it doesn't even look like they have a website. So let's just take a look. Yeah, see, never claimed. Never claimed this at all. That's a good one. Flowers anytime, anywhere. Never claimed. Didn't claim it. So you can see how plain Jane, no reviews these are. Chances are the business owner never claimed it. Um, and they're losing out because you see, compared to all their competition, they're not they're not there. They're not anywhere. Flower City Transfer. I don't know what that is. Again, not claimed. No website. Let's see what this guy looks like. Does he have a website? Wow, he's got a picture and he still hasn't claimed his business. So they pulled this picture up out of other social media sites and put it up here. Google has. Um, Even put it in Popular Times, but he hasn't claimed the business. Opens at 8 a.m. So they got his hours in there, which is really unusual. Let's see what Green Gables look like. So just an edit. So they have a website. Let's go look at their website. Nice looking website, but not secure. Look at that. Not secure. Guess what? Maybe I'll sell them something, huh? So you see how you can cross sell these things too. Um, you can sell one service and then turn around and sell them another one. Let's see if he's mobile friendly. I bet he's not. Not no HTTPS. Usually, no HTTPS is a good indication. Their site might be fairly new, but they didn't update it. They didn't give it security, and they're probably not mobile friendly. Although they may be. If they updated the site, usually when someone updates their site, they update it for mobile automatically. So, of all three services, which are the ones that are most easiest to sell? The security one and the Google listing are the two easiest to sell. This one, a little harder to sell, and not because it's harder to sell, it's because there are more companies out there today that have updated their websites, even if they haven't made them secure. Okay, they've updated their websites, and in the process of doing so, their sites are automatically any good website designer today will automatically make the website mobile friendly. All right, they don't not do that anymore. Okay, and it's been a number of years since they haven't. So it's harder to find non-mobile friendly websites than it is to find the Google My Business listings or SSL security certificates not in place. So if I rank these, I would rank it the SSL security certificates is the one that is probably ignored by maybe 35% of the businesses out there. So there's a lot of opportunities. The Google My Business listing, according to Google, about 30% of businesses have not claimed their listings. By the way, here's something else about not claiming your listing. If they don't do it soon, guess what Google's going to do? They're going to get rid of it. That's right. They're going to say, okay, we gave you a free listing. It's been up for a few years. You haven't bothered claiming it. You're not interested. We're not interested. Bye bye. Okay. Does that mean they can't get it back? Probably. They could. But, the fact that Google takes it out is almost like a red flag. And in the future, they're going to have a hard time getting listed at all. So it's really going to hurt their business down the road if they don't claim their listing now. Just so you guys are aware of that. So I would say, just so I don't spend a lot of time looking for, I really would like to find a site that's not mobile friendly. You can see it's getting harder and harder to find sites that aren't mobile friendly. That's because over 50% of the traffic nowadays is done on mobile devices. So it's really important that they be mobile friendly or they won't show up at all. And that's half the traffic out there. So, florist. There's got to be a site around here that doesn't have all the HTTPSs are always on the first page. You will no longer find, guaranteed, pretty much guaranteed across the board, you will no longer find a non-HTTPS site listed on the first page of Google. It's not going to happen anymore. Okay, so if their site is not SSL certificate ready, friendly, or security, they can forget about ever being seen online as far as their website goes, which is a shame because they probably spent thousands of dollars on upgrading their website, thinking I upgraded my website, and yet they didn't get HTTPS. That's like saying I upgraded my website, but I threw it, I took that $2,000, $3,000, I threw it in the trunk, out the window or whatever, because it's not going to do them any good without being having the security on there now. And as a matter of fact, Bing and Yahoo are picking up on that, and they're following Google's lead on not secure sites. So eventually, the HTTP sites they'll be around. They just won't ever be seen by anybody. They'll have zero traffic, and what's worse, zero chance at traffic. Here's a 2.8. Now this is the only reason I looked at the 2.8 is because it's 2.8, which is part of our, we used to do reputation marketing. We still do to some degree, but it's not one of our in-the-door strategies. Can be, but let's look at their website. Okay, this is a dated website. I can just tell by looking at it. You can tell how it doesn't take up the full screen, so it has limitations. I'm gonna I don't want to bet. He did put security on there. Now, you see, this is what drives me nuts. He put security on the site, but he's got an old site. So I'm not really sure about this. Got nothing for social media. He's trying to sell. He's got a cart online, so he's spent money on a shopping cart, which is probably why he got the security. But he's got an old site, and I'll bet you it's not mobile friendly. Let's take a look. Paste it in here. I hope I'm not boring you guys to death with all this stuff, but it's kind of fun sometimes, Well, go figure out what's going on. By the way, as a salesperson, one of the things that I find always helped me is doing research on a potential prospect, on a targeted prospect before I went in there is empowering. Empowering. And listen, you guys are probably saying, well, I don't know anything about this online stuff. What I just showed you makes you an expert. I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, this site's mobile friendly. Wow, I'm really shocked. I thought the simplicity in that site was a sure key for it not being mobile friendly. Okay, so anyways, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. As you can tell, looking for non-mobile friendly sites is a lot more difficult. So maybe I should just drop this as one of our in the door strategies. It used to work. That was a few years ago. We used to use it a lot, but nowadays I think it's probably ran its course. So I would stick to the Google My Business a map section. Okay. Again, do not do this for niches that we are going to be marketing in because Google Maps is one of our biggest call generators. So we will not rank their site in Google Maps. That does not mean we can't claim their listing for them. It just means we're not going to rank their site in Google Maps. Okay. Just so you guys know that, because this is that is part of the modern Yellow Pages, and that's where we want to be when it comes to phone calls. The SSL certificate stuff on their websites, you can sell that all day long. Okay. Again, I knocked this down to probably, and if you guys want to, I'll change the pricing right here on the site to $199. We'll run a special for a while at $199, and give you guys a shot to promote this. I'm not sure. To look at something here really quick. Okay. So this is set up for purchase. All right, so the product price is built in here. I'm going to change this for you guys. Um, this is already set up for purchasing. So they enter their first name, last name, and email. Go next. It's going to take them to the buying page where they can buy the service for $199. All right. Just wanted to let you know. I wanted to see if we had a. So that's that checkout today. That checkout today takes them right to the buying page. I just wanted to make sure we had that. And here's checkout again. So, if they click up here, it does basically the same thing. So there's a couple of ways for them to get to the checkout. Okay. And that's really it today for some of the kick in the door strategies. So, number one, the directory. Again, hire somebody. You can do this yourself. It's not a total waste of time, but just remember when you're charging, $29 and you're getting half of that, it's not a big money maker. It's something to do. It's nice to do to build relationships, and as long as you look at it as part of your lead generation time or your prospecting time that you would normally put into any project, then it can pay off for you because there is money involved. So there is a way to recoup your prospecting time or lead generation time by using the directory. Okay, that's just the other directory. And then we have the other kick in the door strategies, which is the SSL certificate, which I just showed you, and the Google My Business. Also, I'll send you those URLs. If you want the mobile tester, I will send the URL to you, but as you can tell, you might be wasting your time looking for sites that are not mobile ready because it looks like most of them today are. So, might be wasting our time with that one. All right. It's a nice thing to know, though. You can always check out a site and see if it's mobile ready. By the way, that mobile readiness, one of the things that I'll send you this too. I think if you type in website speed tester, now why is speed on a website important? Because Google is really focusing towards a lot of mobile stuff. Let's see, Google's in here. Let me try Google's. Change my search. Google has a website here it is, right under Google Developers, right there. All right. There's a nice little URL just for your information. Kind of, impress customers. Hey, look, I know how to, check your website speed. I'm really knowledgeable. Know to check your website speed. I'll send you that link too. Let's just do a website check. Let's do our florist. Sorry if I'm spending too much time with this, but it's kind of fun. If you look at it as kind of like a game, looking for little golden nuggets here and there. So let's go to Stacy K Floral. And she's got a website. And we're going to copy it. Nice little website. You can kind of tell who the business is by nice stuff. Must love doing the weddings. I make a lot of money doing weddings, that's for sure. By the way, florists are not, well, they might not be on our radar for our $1,000 a month product because we can't drive enough phone calls to them. There are some florists, especially the high end, especially the wedding venue florists. If we targeted wedding venues for a florist, I'll bet you they would make money. We might only be able to send them 10 calls a month, but if those 10 calls turn into $10,000, hey, listen, that's $100,000. You might be able to squeeze $1,000 a month out of that florist if you can. We just felt that it would take too many calls in general. But if we specify it down to, say, weddings, and offer that as a a service, then I would say that we're a little more apt to. And I gotta finish this up here. So I'm sorry. I'm copy this and paste it in here, and we're gonna test the URL. Again, this is a Google tester, which brings some authority, not some hokey pokey tester here. So this is coming right out of Google, just like the mobile friendly test was. This is a speed test, and it's going to tell us how fast the site loads. Now, why is that important? Google penalizes slow moving sites, okay? And why? Well, because Google's focused on mobile, and one of the things that's necessary to be successful at delivering mobile content to consumers is having a fast loading website. So you want to have fast loading websites so that you can run them on mobile devices and other devices. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing here? Oh, maybe I got it. Oh, I put it on the wrong URL, guys. I put it on the mobile friendly tester. All right, analyzing. Now, the nice thing here, it's also under the Speed Insights. Google gives you a 0. Wow, that is bad. Holy schmoly. I haven't seen one that bad in a long time. First content, so 13.3 seconds. Ooh. Stacy, she has a problem. Okay, her website has a severe problem. She's in the red. She is definitely in the red. So 0 to 49 is bad. 50 to 89 is okay, and 90 to 100 is really good. So she's sitting at 0, which means, well, let's just make sure we got it right here. Do it again. I took the backslash off. Not that it should matter, but sometimes it does. Oh, Google put it back on. Interesting. Let's see if, oh wow, it came up with the same results. Speed index 18.9 seconds. You want to be about 3 seconds. She is way out of whack. That is bad for her. So I don't know if she paid a lot of money for this website, but she's got a really loaded down website. That is not good. Not good at all. It's nice looking, but it's not good that it's. See, she's trying to do some SEO stuff. See, down here, well, I'll just show you a little clue here. Delivering daily to the zip codes listed below. And she's got every zip code in Rochester listed, okay, with some outlying cities, and that's an attempt to do some SEO, basically. Because it doesn't do anything contextually. It just, she also has it here, Rochester, New York, all the cities she's doing. She's got her, featured stuff, which is good, seen as. Nice florist. I bet she's a great florist, but this website, man, it is bad. Bad, bad, bad. Let's see if we can find another one here, just to make sure we're doing a real test. Let's take this guy, Florenti. All right. If you like pink, this is great. All right, let me go to my page speed insights from Google. And we're going to push this one in here. And let's just see what is going on. Okay. Not good, but not as bad as hers. She was sitting at 0. By the way, you could take a screenshot of this report, the speed tester, and send this to them, and we can fix this. Now, I don't have any pricing for this. I would charge, again, probably anywhere from, $100 to $200 to get this fixed. Okay, um, it's not terribly hard to fix, but it does take some programming. Not that it affects our website. I mean, we have to get into their website and do some programming changes in terms of the backside of the website, meaning the coding. Okay, so easily charge $200, $300, but you can take a screenshot of this report right here and say, hey, we noticed, and basically, yeah, your website sucks. You know, um, so it's got where the problem area. It actually tells us where the problem areas are. So serve images in next gen formats. It's taking them 9 seconds to do that. Defer off screen images 7.2. So it's her images that are slowing her site down. So it's not her CSS or JavaScript or and I won't get into these technical things. So it's, you guys that don't know anything, you're saying, what's a JavaScript? JavaScript is just coding. CSS is just coding. Okay. Uh, Properly sized images. That's not taking up much of her time. Efficiently encoded images, not much time. Enabled text compression, not much time. Where she's losing, why her site is suffering, is because of the images aren't being basically cached correctly. So that's what's going on. All right. So it kind of gives us a little troubleshooting right here. What's going on? See, severe static assets with efficient cache policy, 44 resources found. That's too many. Okay. Total size, avoid enormous network payloads. Total size was 357 KB. That's not big. Okay. 9 chains found. Requests 61 requests. So, anyways, these are just some of the diagnostic stuff. She could take this to her web developer and get it fixed, and he'd probably charge her, $500 to do it. All right, but her score's 43. All right, you guys want to do one more? Yeah, sure, why not? Already used up so much of your time already. I'm sorry. I hope this is informative. I hope you're getting something out of this. Wisteria flowers. Let's try these people. All right, nice looking company. Got a fairly decent reputation. Let's go to their website. All right, nice website. Little video on here. Okay, let's see how this does on the speed test. So, guys, what I would do is I would forget the mobile test. And just from what I've seen right now, I think I'd lean towards the speed test and forget the mobile testing altogether. All right. So don't even sell the mobile test or the mobile readiness, because you're going to find most sites are mobile ready. But let's see. We did two right now, and both of them failed. So let's see about this one. And these are, up there in the ranking. So these are, pretty good sites. Oh, there's another one. 43. Let's see if we can find one that actually gets into the green. Again, images. Okay, so we're going to find with florists especially, they have a problem with all those images. Their website developers aren't doing a very good job of rendering those images to help their speed on their websites. Personal design florists. Well, let's try one more. Ooh. Well, actually, this might load faster. I'm not crazy about the background, but this is a little older style. I would say that's an older style, out of date website. Maybe the customer thinks it's out of date too. Paste. By the way, one of the reasons we don't do a lot of websites is because our website designers are full out trying to do our own stuff. So if you hear me hesitate on website design, it's not because we don't have website designers that can do it. It's just that we like to use them for us and not necessarily sell off their time to customers. 41, not good. Failed that one too. Wow, not good. So florists have a real problem with website speed. That's a neat little niche. That's a neat little thing to have found out. All right. I'm going to try just, I really want to find a site that's going fast. That's really what I want to do. Um, Here's the good news, guys. If everyone's site is failing the speed test or in the gutter when it comes to the speed test, that's really good news for you because you're going to find you're going to have a lot of opportunities out there. So I might move the speed test up on the sellable service rank a little higher because it looks like everybody fails. Let's try. Let's just go back to our plumbers. Let's see how they're doing. I know you guys are probably bored with plumbers, but I like to pick on them. And let's go to a plumber here. Let's go to one of these guys. Let's go to Mr. Reuter, Rochester. I mean, that's corporate. I don't want to do that. Let's do AP Plumbing. This guy's right up there, top ranked. Not secure. Ooh, wow. Now that is different. I do not usually see not a bad plumbing site. He's got some nice coupons. So, all right, let's take a look. Oh, I can tell you right now he's going to fail because his stuff is still loading. All right, he's probably not going to make it. Let's just try it. I really want to find a site that's fast, but I'm having a hard time today. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, he ain't gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it. He's got too much stuff loading on that site. I can tell just from the little circle running around and around and around. And this is taking forever. He's gonna be a miserable score. What surprised me is he's got an unsecure site. He's got low. I'm sure we're going to find he's got a very well 43. He's better than I thought he was going to be. He's got a sucky score. He's got a security problem, a speed problem, and yet he's still up there as far as the rank goes. Looks like he's put a lot of money into this site. He's got a chat. Anyone who's got a chat, they've spent a lot of money on their websites, and they're really interested in getting business out of it. Okay, and great customer to contact and say, hey, listen, glad you signed up for our directory, but you got a few problems on your site here, buddy. Maybe you'd like me to send you a couple of reports from Google. From Google, see, I can use Google's name. I've done a little research on them. I've got this little speed site thing I can do. I've got, I can send them a link to my security listing here, and tell him why he needs to get his SSL, and actually take a screenshot of this right here if I wanted to. Oops, sorry, that's not what I wanted to do. Take a screenshot of this right here, this not secure, and I can actually highlight it. I'll show you that. I'm probably taking too long. You guys are probably saying, "Hey, Wally, just let's move on here." I can. So what's this? I can take a screenshot. I don't want to do this whole site, so I can just do like that. Go into my editor. Now, what I like about this editor is I can do things like this. I can do an arrow, do a little red arrow, or you know what? I like to do circles. Where's my shapes? Shape. There we go. Come on, shape. There we go. Let's do a box. All right, and let's take that box and let's put it right here. Okay, I put a red mark on the box. I'm going to take a red arrow, and I'm going to go like this. Oops. I'm going to go like that, and then put a little text box in here. Okay, I do a little text box right here, and I'm going to say not. Well, watch this. Not secure. Not secure. I'm just gonna write and just highlight it really. SECURE. Not secure. All right. See that? Okay. There. Not secure. Red arrow right there. APP Plumbing. There's the top part of his website, so he knows it's his website. And now I can take this picture, which I can save. Save as. And I'll just put it in my pictures here. I'm actually going to contact this guy. Right, oops. Rochester, and that was AP Plumbing. AP Plumbing. All right, now the only thing I got to do to reach out to this guy is get his email address and a few other things, and save. If you don't know how to do that, I can do a separate video on that. I'm not going to waste your time right now with showing you how to get. If you guys want, I will send you a link to this program too. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for tonight, and I will be in touch with you later on. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.